Hey guys, NosferKitty here, and I am back with Red Embrace Hollywood. We left off after gorging on the blood bag, the cold blood bag, because we're a fucking animal and can't be bothered to heat anything up in the microwave. And we gotta knock on our door, and I have a feeling I know exactly who this is, and really not really not ready to see them because I don't. I mean, okay, I'll, you know, I am not a fan of needy men. And Heath is very needy. I brought this up in the demo. Heath is very pretty, but oh my god. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's just get back on into it because I'm way too excited to be playing this today. A knock at the door interrupted my dinner. I threw the empty bag into the trash can, quickly wiped off my bloody lips, and reached for the door. I thought Charisse and Marcus had left, but maybe one of them had come back to tell me something. Ugh. See, he's so pretty. Like, he's super pretty. But fuck, dude. I don't... Thank God. Thank God. Thank God for Randall. And Marcus. To balance this guy out. Because I love his fucking character design so much. I said it when I was playing the demo. He reminds me a little bit of like David from The Lost Boys and Spike. A little bit too. But the demeanor is just not my thing. But I think it has something to do with the house. I think if you're super in touch with your emotions, this is the house for you. This is not the house for me. Sorry. But it's really good character design. Like it's really good personality, like character personality design for something like that. It's just not it personally. It's just not my thing. So anyway, oh, good evening. A gentle, melodic voice purred out from the man before me. I'd never seen his face before, but his too pale skin and flashing fangs immediately gave away what he was. You're Callie, aren't you? Please tell me I'm right. Yeah, that'd be me. What do you want? See, like he's like Mr. Look at him. See, this is cute as hell, but no. I'm sorry. I meant to introduce myself better, but once you opened the door, all the words in my head just vanished. I have that effect on people sometimes. Of course you do. You've already got that shine of a star. He gazed at me silently for a moment, a bright, enthralled glimmer shining in his eyes. I wanted to talk to you, just for a little while. Promise I won't steal too much of your time. I guess if it's only a little while. Thank you. I hope this is, like, not copyrighted anymore because this is where I got in trouble. He slipped inside the room, glancing around curiously for a few moments. Ooh, this is pretty though, fuck. Is he supposed to be here? Because he's not. I smelled a delicate floral perfume on his skin and clothes, one that made my nose tingle. There he goes. See, he's really cute. Just too submissive. Like a guy that fights back a little bit. Come on now. When he turned back to me, his eyes intensely fixated on mine, flicking away now and then as if he couldn't keep contact for too long. I didn't mean to catch you off guard, but I stopped by on, well, impulse. And really, I'm so happy that I did. He toyed with the fringe of his scarf, letting out a soft exhale. Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Heath. I already know who you are, of course, and I hope we'll get to know each other much better. Oh. Let's not get ahead of yourselves. Where are you? Yes, of course. I should be more considerate after, well... I passed Saoirse. Yeah, see again, I'm gonna call her Saoirse, because that's how I know how to read this name. Charisse, that's what it was. On my way in, and she told me about what happened to you. It's awful. I'd say I'm sorry, but apologies won't get your life back. So I wanted to offer you a sympathetic ear and a shoulder to cry on if you needed it. He spoke quietly, gravely, as if he were attending a funeral for the Callie who died back in the club. It wasn't so long ago that I lost my life too. The changes leave you almost numb at first, but when everything finally hits you, the loneliness is overwhelming. This one. At the cost of your humanity? And being pulled away from the beauty of life? You wouldn't be the first to say that. But many people end up changing their minds when the cold truth sinks in. I'm just watching it change in the corner. I can't help giggling. He let out a quiet sigh, running a hand through his feathery hair. It was a little surprising how much my situation seemed to upset him, considering the apathy or amusement everyone else had shown so far. Charisse mentioned your house, too. Houses, well, they're supposed to be the core of who we are in this hidden world. What defines us and what sets us apart. Our gazes met for a few moments. He kept his head slightly lowered, either from shyness or a conscious effort to be coy. You know, we're supposed to hate each other on principle. Isari and Mavar almost never get along. But I don't think there's any way I could bring myself to hate you. Bro, you met me 2 seconds ago! Yup. If you were really a bad person, you wouldn't give me a warning like that. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy, you don't know me. You don't know me. And from the very first moment I saw your face, I could see the warmth never really left your heart. Cha, okay? Heath studied me for a moment in silence before his gaze shifted to the window. I glanced past him at the glittering cityscape, only to meet his stare again in the glass's reflection. His expression had quickly sobered. The way his mood seemed to shift so quickly caught me off guard. It was like they flicked on and off at a whim. You know, a few years ago you would have had a group of Mavar to welcome you into this new world. But now, well... With the war going on, everyone seems more interested in protecting themselves than helping each other. Even their own house members. I can't stand it. You're very empathetic for a vampire. My comment made Heath chuckle, though he didn't seem surprised. Couldn't have been the first person to tell him that. I'm cursed with a bleeding heart, if not a beating one. That's the nature of many Asari. We were so sensitive to our humanity in life that it stays with us even past death. It is a double-edged sword, I think. Charisse's heart didn't exactly strike me as bleeding. Oh, Charisse? She puts on that tough exterior because she has to. Otherwise she'd be seen as weak, attacked by other vampires who want to seize power. Don't judge her too harshly, Callie, please. Not everyone is what they seem to be. That's no excuse to act like a bitch. Well... He's cleared his throat, biting his lip as if to hold back a laugh. I think he reacted differently in the demo. I think he kind of got, like, offended the last time. It's not my place to tell you what to think. I'll respect your decisions. I wonder if you might change your mind about her one day. No. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't played that far into the game. But listen to me, Callie. Please. More than anything else, I hope you'll remember, if you don't want to be alone, you don't have to be. I run a bar downtown. Nothing much, just a little nook for stars, and a sanctuary for people like us. It's called Saturnalia. Won't you come by sometime? I don't mean to sound pushy, but... The warm lamplight reflected in his eyes as they flicked up towards mine. His gaze was so longing, so hopeful, that I had to wonder what I'd done to warrant it. There's something different about you. Something that I've never seen before. They all say that. I'd really like to talk to you more. If you'd let me. Alright, I'll do that. He immediately lit up at that, like I just offered him his favorite thing in the world. Then I hope he won't make me wait too long. I don't know if I could bear it. Dude! Walk in the room with a boner, like, come on! I really fucking love this. Like, this is, like, so pretty. I have a thing for, like, profile shots, in most art and, like, photography. This is super cool. I should leave. The sun's coming up soon, but I'll remember to say a prayer for your success tomorrow. Until then, if you ever need me, you know where I am. With a gentle bow of his head, he gave me one last, long look. Good night, Callie. Good night, Heath. Sleep well. I won't be that much of a bitch. I'm just like, no, we need a bubble. We need a bubble. We can be buddies, but we need a bubble. You good? You good with that? With that, Heath quietly made his way to the exit, slipping outside. Once the door clicked shut behind him, I was alone again, in golden, solitary confinement. Like Heath said, the sun would rise soon, meaning I'd need to tightly shut the curtains and curl up until tomorrow night. In a way, I didn't want to. Shutting the curtains would mean surrendering to the reality that this wasn't all some insane dream. But I wasn't sure how much longer I could deny that reality. Clicky. With the coming sunrise safely hidden away, I turned off the bedroom lights. As I stared at the LED glow of the alarm clock, letting my transformed body sink towards something resembling sleep, one last thought drifted into my head. I felt strangely excited. Okay, what am I getting a message from? What the fuck? Okay, we're just gonna cut this out. Fuck it. What do you want? Fuck's sake. Anyway, as unbelievable and terrifying as tonight had been, a part of me was perversely thrilled. This new sense of power, this world of secrets, even the taste of blood. Maybe this was who I was always meant to be. With that feeling still settled in my chest, I closed my eyes. Finally, a comforting nothingness pulled me down into the dark. and away from the coming day. "12:01. I'd been waiting 3 hours for this call, anxiously pacing my room. I picked up the phone before the third ring, readying myself for Marcus's poetic drawl. "Hello to our valued Hollywood Heights customer." But instead, a boisterous, theatrical voice boomed at me through the receiver. "Are you paying too much for your car insurance? We are offering a very special deal just for Hollywood Heights Platinum Rewards members." "Hello? Hello, is anyone there?" "You're a real riot, Marcus. I see my efforts to put your nerves at ease are unappreciated, sister, and I'm mighty disappointed. Down to our business for tonight, however. Oh gosh, this is so pretty. The place you're to go to is July Company Parking, an abandoned garage downtown. That is where the parties of our doomed rendezvous are meeting. You'll need to find Randall and get him to call off negotiations. It's fitting that I'm wearing my I Do Words Good t-shirt this morning. Anyway, do you follow me thus far, sister? Yeah, continue. Now listen carefully, because here comes the best part. There's a knife that Randall loves very, very much. Why, he loves that blade as much as Lot's daughters love their daddy. If he thinks someone stole it, it'll drive him completely wild and put him in a very unprofessional mood. I heard Marcus inhaling sharply on the other end of the line, like someone preparing to gleefully deliver news. And that knife just so happens to be waiting for you at the hotel's front desk. You take that knife, show it to Randall, and pretend you took it off a Golgotha who wanted to drive a hard bargain with it. That's sure to ruin negotiations. You could easily pass for one of his rabble-rousers, so just masquerade on his side for a little while, and surely things will work themselves out. Got it. Ready to go. That's the spirit. Charge into death's jaws and make him no fear. Now, once you've finished up, return to the hotel bearing all your good tidings. I have faith in you, Callie. And again, I also had faith in Jack Kennedy, so maybe don't call yourself the Messiah just yet. It was sink or swim then. I didn't have the first idea of what to expect, and that terrified me, but if I'd survived so far in Hollywood among the living, then I'd find a way to do it among the dead. After picking up the knife from the front desk, I left the hotel and skulked out onto the street. July Company Parking. I vaguely remembered seeing that sign before, at least, so I had some idea of where to go. Stealing my nerves, I set out in the garage's direction, trying to avoid eye contact with any late-night passers-by. But as I walked, I started to feel the same aching hunger I'd felt last night. It was just a dull pain at first, but it quickly grew stronger, gnawing at me from the inside. I couldn't focus on anything else. Before I entered the parking garage, I'd have to find some blood to sate myself, or else the pressure would snap me. Damn it! That was probably why the fridge had 3 blood packs, not just one. Just then, my heightened senses picked up a scent. Down the alley, the scent of a mortal. Alone. There was no one else nearby, which meant I could feed on them if I wanted to. The pain was getting worse. My body ached, My head spun, and the whole world pulsed in front of me. Try to resist a little bit. I couldn't give in. It was a human, not an animal. Oh, shitsies. I made a mistake. Go back. Oh, no. Options. There we go. Nope, you can't go back. Fuckity fuck. How could I just sink my fangs into someone? A living being. Like prey. Or so I tried to tell myself. The hunger kept growing. And growing. And growing. If I drank just a little bit, they wouldn't be hurt, right? Wouldn't be doing anything cruel. Just one small taste. Okay, so I guess it just routes to the other way. Okay. Whew, I thought I was gonna be in trouble. That scared me. It scared me a little bit. I slipped into the alley, pulled like a magnet towards that wonderful scent. Didn't take long before I caught sight of the source. Isn't this guy taking a piss, too? Huh? The young man let out a gasp when I stalked up to him. Yep, he'd been taking a piss behind the dumpster, but quickly zipped himself up and cleared his throat. Hello. Can I help you with something? I'm just on my way home from work. His voice trembled. This was the first time someone had ever really been afraid of me. But the only thing I could concentrate on was the smell of blood. Suddenly, the most delicious scent in the world. Here, kitty. Huh? His face flickered with confusion and embarrassment. Took a step towards him slowly. He stayed in place, but I could see his whole body tensing up, getting ready to turn and bolt. Another step. And another, till he was only a foot or two away. Shh. Come here. Just for a moment. At first, he only stared at me, blinking. But the next moment, he stumbled forward, as if I was pulling him by an invisible string. That's it! That's what we want. I need to move the mouse because I'm going to need a screenshot of this later. I curled my arms around him, gently tilting his head to one side, and the hunger in my gut jumped eagerly. You're dreaming. Don't worry. With a shuddering breath, he closed his eyes, weakly clutching my shirt. My lips met the side of his neck. Fangs extending, I pressed them to his flesh. And sunk them in. Bruh, these close-ups though. I'm not making that noise. Hot blood flooded onto my tongue, down my throat, sending sparks of life into my dead body. It was pure bliss. Not like food, not even like a buzz. It was a high, a delicious shock that ran through me and lifted me up. The blood pack from last night couldn't even compare. It was like tasting ambrosia after licking dirt off the ground. Not making noises, sorry. But it wasn't just the taste that made the moment euphoric. It was the experience. The predatory feeling of holding this mortal who squirmed with pleasure as I fed from him. The faint whimpers leaking out from beneath my fangs, soft and sweet. Why was it so unnervingly satisfying? Slowly, his body grew limp in my arms, lightly trembling, chest rising and falling unevenly. Bitch, you better let him go before he dies, thank you. I pulled back, licking my lips. I'd almost gotten carried away and drunk too much. It was so hard to help myself. The young man was still slumped in my arms, peacefully unconscious. I could still feel his heart beating, and his skin didn't look too pale. He'd wake up before long, or so I hoped. But I couldn't waste any more time. I needed to head towards the garage to catch the meeting before it ended, so I decided to leave him. It wasn't my responsibility. Someone wanders down an alley in LA at night, they deserve— oh, fuck, bitch. Damn, okay, that is not my opinion, fuck. That's fucked up. They deserve whatever happens to them. I set him down on the ground, propping him up against the wall, and wiped the blood off his neck with my thumb. He'd be fine. Besides, another human would barely be able to notice him in the dark. And if they did, well, that was his problem. Deciding not to loiter any longer, I hurried back to the street. But as I rushed towards the parking garage, savoring the last drops of blood on my tongue, I couldn't stop thinking about what just happened. So this was what it meant to be a vampire. An urban, unholy apex predator. A parasite, just like Marcus had said, living off of somebody else's life. There really was no going back. And with that, we are going to leave it here. We get to see Randall in the next episode, so I'm happy. Yes, so thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, or any game suggestions, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below, and I will see what I can do about playing certain games, because as you guys can tell, my computer is kind of a piece of shit. So, yeah. And please, please, please feel free to subscribe if you're not already, because I'd love to have you around, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye. Ow.